Hey guys, Lost here. Now I'm here to talk about something today that I have talked about before, and that is Milsim units. Now a lot of people buy Arma and get into Arma because they want to play something a little more realistic and slower paced, but a lot of people don't really know where to begin because if you just hop on any random public server, you're not going to have the most slow paced tactical experience. It's probably going to be fairly run and gun. So let's say you want to get a little more tactical and a little more organized with your Arma 3 playing. So let's get into how you might do that. So I'm going to start off right away with a website that I think everybody should look at if they are interested in joining a group in Arma 3, and that is a website called Arma Clans. This website is full of some of the best and most organized, anyway, groups and clans within Arma 3, whether it's a tactical realism group or a Milsim group. And those are two very different things, which I will soon explain here. So if you are looking for a group, one thing you might come across is the word tactical realism. Now there is a difference between a tactical realism unit and a Milsim unit. Let's get into that. Now in general, a tactical realism unit will probably be more casual. It will be more open and more diverse to new players, and it will also generally work in a public setting rather than in a private server or its own private community. On top of that, generally it won't have a structured chain of command system. Now I'm not saying that tactical realism units are not organized. I'm sure there are plenty of other realism units out there that structure themselves and work well, but in general they are not as hardcore and intense with taking things realistically and making Arma more immersive. Now a Milsim unit, on the other hand, does stand for military simulator, so it does try and strive to resemble a military, whether that's from the United States or from other parts of the world, maybe Europe or things like that. Now in a Milsim unit, it will usually be more strict when it comes to giving up your time to them. It will also be not necessarily closed and not open, but there's probably more of a process that will go with joining a Milsim unit. Unlike a more casual tactical realism unit, a Milsim unit will work off of its own private server with its own operations, maybe its own campaign, rather than going out and playing tactically with the public. Not that you couldn't do that with a Milsim unit, but that is usually its main focus. Now for the final point in the Milsim category, it will usually have a structured command system like a formal military actually would. In both groups, the main focus is to work together with other players to achieve things tactically and more professionally than if you were just out there playing with the public. A Milsim group just takes things one step further and makes everything a little more controlled. So let's say you know what you are looking for, a more casual group, or maybe you are into a much more controlled, concentrated group of like-minded individuals. You need to take some things into consideration. You will be joining a community, especially if you are joining a pretty solid Milsim unit. It will require a fair bit of your time and effort to really put in there and become a part of its community that it has set up. So by heading back over to the Arma Clans website, I just went there and clicked on the first one. It changes regularly. You can find all sorts of information based on whatever, unit or clan there is up there. There's also links to their websites that you can go check out to find more information about them, whether they have any restrictions based on age or what size they are. A lot of it comes down to you just knowing what you want and what you're looking for. It is kind of a daunting task at first, to go and just jump into this tight-knit community that you don't really know anything about. But these communities have TeamSpeak servers and forums that you can apply to, get in there and talk to people and really just see what you're into and what they can provide. So go out there and find a community that fits your needs and a group of players that you can relate to, because a Milsim in Arma 3 really provides a lot of fun, and I've put in plenty of hours. A majority of my Arma hours have been devoted to playing tactically with other groups of players, both in Milsim units and tactical realism units alike. So I hope this video was informative to you. Thank you guys for watching. Follow us on Twitch. I will see you guys later.